Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Futz YouTube channel. And today, man, it's been a while. I fucking missed you guys. By you guys, I mean literally nobody, because nobody fucking watches me. But you know what, dude? It's all about pretending around here. And I pretend there's fucking 100,000 people watching, because if you believe it, dude, it's fucking true. Right? So it's been a while. It's been a while since you guys have seen me. The last stuff was Minecraft. Yeah, it's been about a year or two. I don't know. It's been a while. A lot has changed for me. A lot has changed in my life in the past year, right? So I got a different job. I'm a union laborer. That job entails laboring. It's not a bad job, really. It pays pretty good. Didn't have to go to college for it. Don't have to be super smart. Not that it's not something that requires some sort of intelligence, because it definitely is. But it's not super. See, when I was an operator, I didn't really like it, man, because yeah, it was fucking stressful. People expected you to know what the fuck was going on, and they expected you to, actually know what was going on. I had no clue, right? I was an apprentice. So when I'd go out to a job, they'd expect me to know something, and I knew nothing, right? Not good. Now I know everything I need to know as a laborer, right? I'm not a foreman, I'm not anything special, but I know what I need to know, and probably more, to be honest. But yeah, so I've been getting some good paychecks. I changed the setup. You guys might be able to notice, you might not be able to notice. I got two monitors. I got a 1440p OLED 360 hertz main monitor, then a side Acer 1440p 165 hertz that I'm looking at you guys right now on. Changed the PC. The PC is an H9 Flow case with a 4080 Super and 1000 megawatt power supply. A Ryzen 7 7800X3D. So this thing should be able to eat anything I decide to play alive. Almost at max settings, almost max refresh rate on some games, right? So I changed the setup a lot. Second of all, I got my own game room now, which means I can stream more and I can record more because the girlfriend ain't in here fucking bothering me, right? That was a big thing about the last time. It was hard because I'd have to, it's kind of embarrassing sitting here talking to yourself, believe it or not. When there's people in the house, kind of embarrassing. So we changed our bedroom to a different room in the house. I got our old bedroom as a stream room slash recording room slash game room. So I got all the time in the world and I don't know what to do with it, man. So basically right now what the plan is I'm saving up every penny I can fucking save up so I can take a winter layoff and I can take this shit so serious it's not even funny. So I got a TikTok account. It's called Matt and Dof. It's me and my buddy's TikTok account. We, several years ago when I was about 18, we put a video up about a rock. Okay? And that video about a rock, I was the main character. I found the rock, I was the one talking in the video. It blew up. We got 1 million some views. It blew up. We got 40,000 followers on that account. So, if you guys want to, head over to that. Follow me. I'm going to be posting shorts and stuff on there. I'm reviving that account. I can't stream on it because we may or may not have showed a gun at one point and got permabanned from streaming. But we can still use the account. We might be sort of kind of shadow banned. I don't know yet, right? All I know is at one point we were getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views, tens of thousands of views, and then it dropped off to thousands of views. And that might just be because my videos sucked, right? It probably was, right? I'm probably not shadow banned, but if you guys want to head over to that, give me a follow, man. Stay tuned. When I upload stuff, it'll come up there, and hopefully some funny clips. I want to do some like GTA 5 roleplay, trolling admin kind of stuff. Shout outs to Soup. He don't even know me. And I don't really know him. But I know his videos are funny as fuck. And that's kind of how I want to base my channel, right? I don't want to be somebody that you guys come to and I got a bunch of kids around. I don't mind if kids watch my stuff because I think predominantly I'm a pretty good dude, right? I'm not a bad influence. But then again, I cuss a lot, so it's probably not going to get marketed to kids, right? And I think their kind of humor and the stuff they do is really funny. So that's the kind of stuff that I want to do when I create my own channel, which I already have my own channel, obviously. This is where you guys are. But, I don't know, man. I've always wanted to do this since I was a kid. I always thought it'd be fun. I'm miserable, absolutely miserable at my job, right? Any job I've ever had, it doesn't feel like it fulfills me, right? I'm making good money. I would never have to change careers if I didn't want to be honest, right? I got extremely lucky. I got a buddy that got me a job here. It's really good money, really good benefits. I could retire in 30 years and be very well off. But I don't want to do that, man. I want to do something that when I wake up in the morning, it makes me happy and it makes me want to keep going, right? I wake up now, dude, and I know I got to go and drive 2 hours away to this job that, these contractors that I'm working for are making billions of dollars, and I'm making fucking $1,300 a week, and it sucks, man. It sucks. There's no real reason for me to strive to do better, except for I just want to, right? I think it's important that I chase my dreams and my aspirations and stuff I want to do, because one day I'm not going to be able to. One day I'm going to be 50 years old, and this is going to be a dream that I never attempted or never truly put time into. But let's get off of that tangent to the main bread and butter of this shit, right? I've changed my whole life. I've locked in, right? I've been going to the gym 5 to 6 days a week for the past 4 or 5 months, right? Dropped like 30 pounds. Your boy, I'm not shredded, I wouldn't say, but I got some girth to me. I'm a little thick. I'm a little thick boy, right? Been hitting the gym hard. Still got about 10 pounds to go until I'm like really comfortable in my own skin. And the reason I'm doing that, man, is just because I feel like if somebody is scrolling on YouTube, right, or Twitch, and they see somebody that looks put together, looks somewhat attractive, not saying I'm attractive, I'm uglier than fuck, right, but somewhat attractive, someone that, looks like they know what the fuck's going on, they're more likely to watch the person. Everything in my life right now is funneling down to this one thing that I want to put everything into. Here in the next 4 to 6 months, when fall and winter starts coming back around, job starts to slow down, I'm going to take a winter layoff, right? I'm gonna request a layoff, I'm going to take the layoff, and I'm going to fucking sit here, and I'm going to put everything I got into this. Literally everything in my fucking being into this, man. And let's say it works, Let's say my dream actually comes true. Just think about that. Think about your dreams. Think about how it would feel if your dreams came true. How happy you would be that you actually attempted it and actually strived to do something that made you happy, right? I think it's important. I grew up around a lot of people that I'm sure had dreams, but where we grew up and, the lifestyle that we grew up in, we never had the means to go after those dreams. This is something easy, right? I'm not saying it's easy. You have to get a lot of luck, right, to make it big. This is an easy dream to chase. I don't need to be a millionaire, right? All I have to do, and you guys can help me out with this, all I need to do is get big enough to where I can support my basic needs, very basic needs, very, very basic needs. And if I get to that point, I'm going to make a fucking guarantee to you guys. If you guys can get me there by going and following on TikTok, once I get up and streaming and stuff like that, you can go and fucking follow me on there, subscribe to me on there, whatever you feel necessary to do or you feel like you want to do, right? And let's try to make a fucking dream come true, dude. I've always been kind of passionate about this thought that if I ever make it, I want to reach down and help people below me, right? Not a lot of people do that. I'm not going to point any fingers, but there's a lot of people with a massive platform that could definitely reach down a hand and help some of these smaller guys up, but they don't. I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it's fear that, you know, they're going to steal your viewers, they're going to steal your revenue, they're going to like that person more than they like you. You know, I don't know. But I feel like if you truly put everything into something, right? If I truly put everything into this and I do it right, I do it the right way, I don't think helping somebody out is ever going to make me lose views. And I'm not worried about it, right? Like I said, there's people out here making millions and billions on YouTube and on TikTok. I don't need that. I don't need millions. I don't need $100,000, right? Realistically, I could make it work on $500 a month. No, probably not. Probably $1,000 a month. I could make it work. It'd be tight and it would suck, but I'd be fucking happy. You know what I mean? And I think that's the most important thing. Because maybe you won't have everything you could have, right? If you did a normal job. But you'll be happy. And what's worth more, you know? What's worth more, being happy or having a fucking Ferrari, you know? I just want to be happy. I don't want to wake up with this dread knowing I have to go to this fucking place that I don't really want to be at and spend time doing this thing that I don't really want to do to make people that literally have nothing to do with what I'm doing way more rich, right? I don't think that's not what I want to do. I'm not a materialistic person. Up until a few months ago, I drove a 98 F-150 with 230,000 miles on it. I got gifted a car, right? A real cheap car, 200,000 miles, you know? Nothing special. I don't need nice stuff. Like I said, I'm saving every penny I make so I can take 6 months off and put everything in my fucking power into this. I'm making sacrifices with sleep. I wake up at 3:50 in the morning. Every morning, I wake up at 3:50. Get ready for work to be there by 7. And I don't get home until typically 7:15. So I'm spending over half a day. So by the time I get home, if I went to bed as soon as I got home, without taking a shower, without eating, I would get 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. I would get 8 hours of sleep. But I don't. I go to the gym. Take 2 more hours off of that. Take an hour off for shower and eating. I get 4 hours of sleep. And I'm doing it strictly because I want to be the best form I can be. I want to hit my genetic potential in the gym. I don't want to do steroids. Don't want to ruin my life expectancy, anything like that. But I want to hit my genetic potential. It's going to take several years. It's going to take a lot of dedication. It's going to take a lot of chicken, right? Chicken and rice. Almost every day. Hitting protein goals. Hitting caloric goals. It takes a lot of work. On top of a full-time job. On top of this hobby that's going to be happening here soon. That might or might not turn into something sustainable. At this point, I don't know. Right? But one thing I do know is if I don't ever give it 100% and I put everything into it, I record or I stream, I record the stream, I break the stream down into videos, I take clips from it that are funny and I put it on TikTok and I put it on YouTube Shorts. If I don't do that, I'm never going to know 100% if this works out. At the end of the day, right, if I put 6 months into this and I see no growth, right? I know that it wasn't meant to be. If I put 6 months into this and I see any sort of growth that makes me feel like this is a possible career path or this is a possible dream come true, I'm going to double down. If I can make it, if I can squeeze by, I'm going to double down on this. This is going to be my everything. I'm going to use every platform I can. Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, everything. And I'm going to put my face and my content out in front of as many people as I can possibly put it in front of. I have a TikTok that's decently popular now, that has the possibility of putting my videos in front of 40,000 people. That's how everybody grows. That right there is how everybody grows. Queso, he grew off of TikTok more than anything else. Man, I believe it works, right? I want it to work. I believe I have the ability to make this work. I don't have the knowledge yet, man, but I have the fucking drive, right? I'm doing stuff that a typical person with more time doesn't do. I believe if you want to be successful in life, you have to put everything into it. I believe if the universe, if your ancestors, whatever energy you believe into, I believe if you put all your energy into something, there's no way it fails. There's literally no way it fails. I've seen the change in the gym. I've seen the literal change in my body in the gym. Like I said, I was always fit in high school. But I've seen the change in the gym. And that just lets me know that hard work pays off. And man, if I could make something work out of this, and I could make this dream come true, and I could reach out to people around me, family and friends, and make their life better, because I was willing to take the sacrifice, and I was willing to, lose out on some sleep, and I was willing to lose out on a lot of free time, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I want to be the person that when I believe something to be possible, when I believe that I can do something, I want to be the person that makes that possible. My brother-in-law, man, he's always wanted to do YouTube. My sister, some of my friends, have dabbled in the idea. Imagine if I make it, I can help them out. I can take them out of this dread every morning waking up, going to a job that they don't want to do. I can assist them in doing something that makes them more happy and makes their life more meaningful to them. I can help people out like you guys that maybe you don't have a good home life and you don't have a reason to wake up in the morning. But you see a video hit your inbox, and maybe it makes you a little excited. Maybe it brings a little bit of brightness to a dark time for you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in it for the money. If I was in it for the money, I'd stay where I'm at. Because it's guaranteed. This isn't guaranteed. This is 100% not guaranteed. But I believe if I put everything into this and I try my best and I do everything I can, I'll find out one of two things. I'll find out either I'm made for this or I'm not. I'll find out if it's going to work or if it's not. And I think if I put everything into it, at least it'll answer that question for me. At least it'll make me, at the end of my life, when I'm on my deathbed, at least it'll make me know that I tried for that dream. Golden Manta Ray. Heck yeah. I don't know. I believe it to be possible. I want more than anything to be the person that helps other people out and helps them get away from maybe something that they dread every day. Something that makes them not want to live. And I believe that's something I can do. So, basically, I'm going to end it here, man. If you guys have, even if you never watch me again, right, if you can just leave a like, if you can leave a comment, if you can subscribe, and you can go to that TikTok, I can help more people out. I can help myself out from the dread I have going into work to a place I don't want to go to every day. And maybe I can change a life. That's not something a lot of people get to do. But if you guys have the extra time, just try to push this thing to the finish line. Just do the little things. It only takes a couple seconds of your time, but might completely change my life and might completely change several other people's lives that you've never met and you've never even knew existed. Maybe you subscribing to this channel and following my TikTok will put me in front of somebody that needs me. Somebody that needs to see these videos. Somebody that needs to hear the things I'm saying right now. And that's basically it, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to take this serious. And keep up to date with me, man. Check me every so often. It's probably going to be mostly weekend posts, because right now I don't really have the time. But when winter rolls around and my time opens up, I'm going to upload way more. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. All right? See you later.